Okay guys, that really lived up to the hype. Boxing fans have been waiting years for the Bivol vs. Beterbiev to happen, and now it has. Both fighters came into the fight with great game plans, which they both executed flawlessly. What we saw was 12 rounds of some of the best boxing we've seen in a long time. However, there is some controversy surrounding the fight itself, as many people think Bivol did enough to win. Will Artur Beterbiev accept the rematch? It looks like he will, but only under one condition, so make sure you watch until the end to find out. The man who made this fight possible is Turkey Alalshik, who also brought boxing back to life and wants to set up a repeat between the two.
What were your thoughts as it was unfolding?
I think it is at least for Bivol, for the two fighters like my brother, okay? But I think Bivol win more than 2 rounds more. I don't know why the result like this, but in my opinion, I will focus and I will try to do the rematch.
Fans have a lot of different thoughts on this, with posts saying things like Bao deserved the win and dominated Rob, meaning there was a clear winner, and if you say Bao was robbed, go watch a different sport. The fight was very close, especially when looking at the stats. The punch stats have been released. Bivol won by a lot. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell. This way, you'll never miss any future videos from the combat sports world. The thing is, when you look at the fight stats, it's very close, which is why people are talking about a possible rematch. During the 12 rounds, 8 of them had 4 or fewer hits between them, making the difference between the two fighters. Bivol was more accurate than Beterbiev, even though Beterbiev threw a lot more shots out of 682 power hits. Beterbiev hit 137 with a 20% success rate. On the other hand, Bivol had a 34% success rate, hitting 141 of the 4,177 shots that were tried. Frank Warren, owner of Queensberry Boxing, agreed with his rival Eddie Hearn that he thought the scorecards were wrong. I gave it to Bivol by a couple of rounds, Warren said. That score of 8-4 is beyond ridiculous. Everyone inside the ring thought Bivol had won by at least 2 rounds. There should be a repeat because it was such a great fight. Bivol's jab was especially good. Artur the last couple of games was told it was sink or swim. The score 84 was a joke. It's bad when you get a fight like that, and it ends in controversy. In an interview just a day after the fight, Bivol has made it clear his sight is set on a rematch against Beterbiev, and that it's going to be a lot bigger than their previous fight.
That the rematch is only going to be bigger now. It's not going to be nothing smaller than this.
Yeah, I feel also, that rematch could get more attention, I think, and now we know each other a little bit more. I know him more, he knows me more also, and we could change some of our game plans.
Talk to me actually, just a final few questions because I know you want to go. You spoke that you could improve. Last night you said in the press conference, maybe I could improve. What does that mean? What does that mean? How does Dmitry Bivol improve in his next fight?
Everybody can improve. What about me? I can add more punches. I can add more movements. I can add more. I can add more. How to say it? Pressure also,
During the fight, it was clear that Bivol had to work from behind for most of it, as Beterbiev applied pressure the whole time. If there is a rematch, Bivol will have to do things differently. If he had applied more pressure in the last couple of rounds, he would have won the fight easily. Artur Beterbiev definitely knew when to apply pressure and throw his power punches to throw Bivol off his game. Roy Jones Jr., the previous unchallenged champion at 175 lbs, acknowledged the closeness of the contest and agreed with Hearn that the wide score was incorrect. In an Instagram post, we had a very fantastic fight, a fight I thought could have gone either way. However it goes, nobody won or lost the fight by 4 points. That's ridiculous, which is why I say we need an immediate rematch. Both guys did a lot to change. Beterbiev have showed me more than he's ever showed me before about being a boxer. He can actually box, and I was surprised. Bivol was a very good defender, which we knew. He was a very good counterpuncher, which we knew. He jumped out to the early lead. I thought Beterbiev finished the fight stronger, so that's why I think in my point of view the fight should be a draw, and let's get a rematch. Before we go any further into the video, how did you guys see the fight play out between Bivol and Beterbiev? Did the right man win, or did you have the fight in favor of Bivol? Then of course, who comes out on top? If the pair do rematch, comment down below. In the post-Heath fight press conference, Beterbiev was asked about his fight with Bivol and the fact Bivol's team think he blatantly won the fight, and he didn't appear too bothered by the remarks.
Congratulations. I know what this means to you. Again, thank you for giving us an exciting fight. I just spoke to Bivol and his team. They feel like they got robbed tonight. I know that you just said that this wasn't your best performance. How do you respond to them saying that basically they deserve the win?
You know, they can't say anything.
It's okay to have close fights either way, but it wasn't a robbery. All right, it was a close fight. If someone gave it 7-5 the other way, maybe, but Bivol hasn't been here yet, and he fought great. So look at Artur's face, and then look at Bivol's face when he walks into the room. And even though his gloves were high, something was hitting him. It wasn't a ghost. So go from there.
Mentioned earlier on in the video, Eddie Hearn was furious with the scorecards and was quick to state his complaints once the fight was concluded. In one of the biggest fights of our generation, the most important fight of Dmitry Bivol's life, you give him 4 rounds in that fight. It's absolutely disgusting. You heard Beterbiev's corner in the 10th round say you have to knock him out to win this fight. They stood backed up to their corner. They knew Artur Beterbiev lost this fight. I'm totally baffled and disgusted by a scorecard of 116-112. That judge should never work again.
I couldn't find anyone ringside that had Artur Beterbiev winning that fight. I mean, how can you give Dmitry Bivol 4 rounds in that fight? It was an absolute masterclass.
Hopefully in the coming days or weeks a rematch is arranged between the pair, as there was no robbery, but it was a razor-close contest and deserves a definitive conclusion, plus both boxers deserve another huge payday after that performance. Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to Fight Fury for future videos from the combat sports world and turn on that post notice bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.